Hey there, lucky stars. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel. Cat Star here with a reading that kind of the energy was coming through that there was something that's being ignored. There may be lots of things being ignored, but that is the energy to kind of pay attention to, look at what needs to come through, the messages that need to come through regarding something that is being ignored for you guys. So, or that you guys are ignoring, or I don't know, something about being ignored. So let's take a look and see what comes through. Now this could be somebody ignoring you, something being ignored by somebody else. This could be you ignoring something. Let's just see what is wanting to come through, because yeah, Spirit is like, they need to not be ignoring this. So let's see what it is. Okay. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. So, wow. Actually, we're going to do... All right. It just feels like that these ones are the ones I want to come out. So, interesting. Your first card is gorgeous. All the cards are gorgeous. Lucky stars, but that first card is so much information coming through here. I think we're just going to get a couple of tarot cards for or jumping cards here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wow, you guys got a lot of cards here. Double aces. Look at that. Lots of cards that jumped out there. So there's a little more information there. So your first card out is luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So lucky stars, you're being reminded that luck is on your side. So whatever it is you've been ignoring or potentially ignoring, or however that's coming through, it feels like you guys probably know what it is you've been ignoring, or what it is you have been, working hard not to pay attention to. Luck is on your side in whatever this is. So if you've been ignoring feelings, if you've been ignoring changes at work, or changes within a relationship, or that sort of thing, maybe a conflict that had happened, however that comes through for you, lucky stars, luck is on your side within this. So Spirit is indicating that it's time to really allow yourself to tune into it and to not ignore it anymore, because there is a lot that is going to come through that you potentially couldn't even have imagined. So my throat is getting right. So there's a potential that you're not using your voice. What I'm kind of getting here is that you have really been hurt by something, and instead of coming forward and saying something, because you also have the communication is key here, new moon in Gemini. Isn't it interesting that two of these are new moons, new moon in Sagittarius and new moon in Gemini? So new moon. So look up the new moons and see kind of what information might be there for you as well, lucky stars. But my throat is kind of, it's as if potentially you're not using your voice, or you're attempting to ignore something, maybe something hurtful, maybe something that has been said that isn't true, that sort of thing, lucky stars. And it's being indicated that, communication is key. Use your voice, allow yourself to speak on whatever it is, allow yourself to stand up for yourself in the most assertive, not aggressive way, to create some clarification, to really, really have kind of this allowing for some healing, because you also have a time for healing here. Luck is on your side, lucky stars. So allow yourself to have this communication in whatever it may be, and not ignore it. It's almost as if this ignoring is kind of pushing down, or pretending it's not happening, or it didn't happen, that sort of thing, which is such interesting energy to feel. But Spirit is indicating that it is time for healing. This is a balsamic moon, but it is time for healing, and that healing is going to come through with communication, with using your voice, with speaking on or about it. It's not coming through. It can be speaking directly to the person or people, however this resonates for you, lucky stars, but it may also be communicating through like writing it out in your journal, almost like this, getting it off your chest so you're not ignoring it. Because when we ignore or when we push down that kind of stuff, it tends to continue, or it tends to kind of grow within us, or that energy can become blocked, hence like my throat, how it was doing that just a little bit earlier in the reading. The energy can become blocked, and then it can become something else. It can become you know non-ease within the body, within the mind, within the heart, within the energy around you. So you need to really communicate, not ignore that. And then this also says surrender to the divine. This is a full moon, right? So the spirit, the divine universe, has really been working to assist you in bringing this to the light, so you're not ignoring it, in communicating that in whatever way resonates for you, in assertive, not aggressive, right? This isn't about reacting, this is about responding, right, in whatever capacity feels safe or right for you within the situation. But surrender to the divine, open up and allow for the guidance and assistance that's been working to come through, that healing to take place. Use your voice, lucky stars. Also, though, just remember that luck is on your side. Spirit, divine, universe is right there with you, supporting you, offering that guidance, that support for you within the situation, and also bringing about opportunities for that healing, that time for healing, for that healing to be able to take place. Now, if you look at these cards, they all have not the same, but very similar kind of coloring here, with the purples and like the light blues, but a little bit darker coloring. So some of you have been feeling as if you're in kind of a dark space within the situation. And Spirit just really wants you to know that using your voice, that communication is going to be beneficial, but all the way around, luck is also on your side. So you also have, I'm not really sure how Spirit wants to break these up, so I guess we're just gonna do it as it comes. You also have the Seven of Wands coming in here, and this is really having that movement and self-expression. So really, again, back to communication, back to using your voice, having your own self-expression, being able to really kind of get things off of your chest, letting yourself be open for the movement, for the growth that can come through that, instead of trying to ignore it or working to push that down, or kind of swallowing it, instead of letting that energy be what that energy needs to be. I'm, this thing that you have been ignoring, lucky stars, is really, it's not being defined to me. Spirit isn't saying, okay, well, it's this or it's that. It does feel like it has to do with a person, or a group of people. It feels like there's a situation surrounding it, but it's not being defined, which means that there is a potential that it is different for each and every one of you. It could be regarding the workplace. It could be regarding, finances. It could be regarding, or it could be within relationship, within family. It could be within whichever capacity. And it's not being directly given to me what it is, and that's just leaving that space open for you, lucky stars, to really know where you are, or where this may fit into your current situation. So that's very interesting. So you also have the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords coming in here. That Six of Pentacles is really coming through with this kind of this two-way street, right? This really staying within kind of a positive framework, but also knowing, right, that if whatever the situation may be, luck is on your side, but you also get to have your say or your piece, right? That ignoring it, although a lot of times we think by ignoring it that it's going to go away, this situation, Spirit's indicating, isn't. That you need to be able to really use your voice, to really be able to communicate about this, and to also allow yourself time for healing, because when we work to ignore things, there's times or instances where it just keeps coming up, or it keeps showing up more, because we're not giving it the attention that it needs, so that it can be transmuted, it can be healed, it can be dissipated. And also within that, we can surrender it to spirit, to divine, to really assist us within that situation. That is, wow, super, super deep here. Now, with that Queen of Swords, is really coming through that there needs to be direct communication, Lucky Stars. And again, not aggressive, but assertive. Assertive communication. So you have two confirmation cards here with communication is key, and the Queen of Swords, that direct communication needs to happen within the situation, not to ignore it, because spirit is indicating that it's not going to go away, that it needs to be addressed. It's almost coming through, and I don't even know if this word is something that YouTube is super touchy about the words that you can use, but it's almost coming through that some of you may be being bullied in a way within this, and that it's time for you to not ignore it, or not pretend it's not happening or not there. There's a lot of different ways that this could show up, and age doesn't have anything to do with it, Lucky Stars. There's a lot of different ways that this could show up, but it's time for you almost to kind of put your foot down and say enough is enough, but to use your voice to be respectful, to be assertive, to really, but also to stand your ground and to be firm in whatever way that means. If this was in workplace, potentially talking to somebody that can work with a resolution, that sort of thing. But overall, that reminder is that within the situation, that luck is on your side, okay? Now you also have the Three of Wands coming in here. And within that Three of Wands, this is about the progress and about being liberated from the situation. So, you have to really make sure that, depending on how this resonates for you, Lucky Stars, that you are in a safe space, that everything is good for you, but that you're not tolerating stuff that isn't, kind of on the up and up, or that you're not tolerating something even within a relationship, right? There's a little bit of potential toxic energy, relationship energy coming through here. That may be what this is in regards to, Lucky Stars, but this is being liberated from this situation, this Three of Wands. This is progress. This is really having the confidence to use your voice, to communicate, to respond, and not to react or be aggressive, but to be assertive, to stand within your power, right? This image is standing here very powerfully within this image. And then there's a ship in the back, which is, coming through as your ship's coming in. Luck is on your side. This turns out in a almost unexpected way, because when you actually use your voice, when you communicate, when you speak directly, it turns the tables on the situation. So, the ships are coming in with this, Lucky Stars. You have jumped, that card jumped again. That card wants to just jump. It is going to turn in your favor, but if you continue to ignore it, it's going to potentially cause some issues, or even potential illnesses within you from that blocked energy, from not allowing that to come out. That spirit is really, like, let's not do that. This is going to go your way. Luck is on your side. Use your voice. Allow that healing to come through from really kind of getting this off your chest. Surrender it to the divine. Ask for support, for guidance from spirit, from universe, from the divine, and really know that the situation will turn out in your favor. Speak to somebody else if you need to, if that's the way that you need to use your voice, but speak to them directly. Direct communication is coming through with you directly talking to somebody, whether it's the person or people or however it is, but it's you directly talking to somebody that can help, or somebody, and not talking to somebody and then having somebody else talk to somebody and having, that's how it's coming through. It doesn't mean that you need to directly like kind of speak to the people or the group yourself, although if you feel safe doing that you can. But yeah, luck is on your side either way. And then you also have the double aces coming in here. So this is a fresh start within this situation for you here, lucky stars. You have the Ace of Wands coming in here and the Ace of Swords. So this is super gorgeous. You have the passion, the fiery passion, and you have the thought, the intellect, the mind with the swords. So this is really going to be a passionate new beginning. This, but you're using your mind, you're using your intellect, you're not going at this willy-nilly, right? You've had some time to think about how you would respond and not just react, because some of you have been kind of, again, ignoring this and or holding your tongue as far as this situation, potentially this person, however this resonates goes. And now you're feeling this bit of passion, but you're also feeling this ability to be able to really say something and say it in a way that is going to be fruitful, that is going to be, planting the seeds for this new beginning within this situation, this resolution, this ending that begins anew. There's that ability that you're feeling because you have taken some time, but you know, you're not in the space to continue to take that time, because that time is coming through now as being ignored, right? There was a moment in time where you were, where it kind of gets a little muddled there, like you start. So now you're in the space with this ability, and the luck is on your side, right? There's progress. You're being liberated from this, and you're really using your intellect. You're really using your mind. You have thought about this several times, and you are looking at this from a space, from a place of the highest good for all. That does include you. That does include you. So you've got your backbone. You've got your backbone with you here, Lucky Stars, but you're doing it in a place for the highest good of all. You're doing it from a place of really, being assertive, really speaking directly, communication, right, is coming through. And there is this beautiful resolution because, as I said, again, you have this kind of new beginning with the double aces, but you also have that luck is on your side here, and that progress and being liberated from the situation, because you chose to use your voice, because you allowed yourself to really not just ignore this, but really speak on it and to stand your ground in whatever way that works for you. So that is really gorgeous. I'm super proud of you, Lucky Stars, for congratulations for um, standing up for yourself in whatever way that may be, and or really taking the time to not ignore whatever this is, whatever it is you had been ignoring, but coming to terms with it and using your voice, communicating about it, and allowing for kind of this new beginning to open up because you did that. All right. Wow. So gorgeous. All right. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit that like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.